Significant movement is developing within the quarterback market as the New Orleans Saints evaluate trade interest for their rookie signal caller. With the starting position now firmly secured by their current lead passer, the Pittsburgh Steelers are reportedly monitoring the situation closely due to uncertainty regarding their veteran starter. This represents a major strategic shift for both front offices. If you love the Saints, help us reach our 1,000 subscriber goal by liking and subscribing for more exclusive updates.
We are tracking significant movement in the quarterback market involving the New Orleans Saints, specifically regarding the future of rookie signal caller Spencer Rattler. Multiple sources, including analysts from ESPN and Yahoo Sports, are indicating that the Pittsburgh Steelers are facing mounting internal and external pressure to orchestrate a trade for Rattler. This development comes as the quarterback hierarchy in New Orleans has solidified, with Tyler Shuff firmly establishing himself as the undisputed starter for the franchise. The Saints front office, having evaluated the roster throughout the offseason and early weeks, appears to have found their long-term answer in Shuff, which fundamentally changes the strategic value of Rattler within the organization. While the Saints initially drafted Rattler as a high-upside developmental prospect out of South Carolina, his path to the field in New Orleans has been effectively blocked by Shuff's rapid consolidation of the starting role. The situation in Pittsburgh is the primary catalyst driving this potential transaction. The Steelers are currently navigating a precarious situation surrounding Aaron Rodgers, facing the very real possibility that the veteran may not return or could opt for retirement. This uncertainty has forced Pittsburgh to scour the market for viable, cost-effective alternatives who possess starting potential. Rattler fits this profile perfectly. As a fifth-round selection, he carries a rookie contract that is incredibly team-friendly, allowing an acquiring team to inherit a talent with first-round physical tools without the burden of a significant salary cap hit. In his limited preseason exposure and practice reps, Rattler has demonstrated the arm talent and mobility that made him a household name in college, traits that Steelers scouts have reportedly monitored closely. For New Orleans, this creates a unique leverage point. They possess a surplus asset at the game's most important position, while a conference rival finds themselves in a potential deficit. The narrative here is not about the Saints giving up on Rattler, but rather the market dictating that his value as a trade chip may now exceed his value as a backup on the Saints' depth chart.
From a strategic standpoint, moving Spencer Rattler would signal a decisive shift in how the New Orleans Saints are managing their roster assets and long-term planning. If general manager Mickey Loomis were to pull the trigger on this deal, it would be a classic example of maximizing return on investment. Drafting a quarterback in the fifth round and flipping him for a higher pick or a substantial player package shortly thereafter represents elite asset management. This move would also clear the quarterback room of any potential controversy, fully handing the keys to Tyler Shuff without the background noise of a talented rookie waiting in the wings. However, the decision is not without risk. In the NFL, the backup quarterback is often one snap away from being the most important player on the roster. Trading Rattler would likely force the Saints to sign a veteran backup or rely on a less talented option, potentially compromising the season if Schauf were to suffer an injury. The front office must weigh the value of draft capital against the security of having a high-ceiling backup. Ultimately, the verdict on this potential trade hinges on the compensation Pittsburgh is willing to offer. If the Steelers, desperate for insurance against an Aaron Rodgers departure, offer a third or high fourth-round pick, the value is simply too high for New Orleans to ignore. It allows the Saints to reinvest in other areas of need, such as the offensive line or defensive depth, further supporting Schauf's tenure as the starter. This is a business decision rooted in the reality of the salary cap and roster construction. My assessment is that if the offer is right, the Saints should capitalize on Rattler's current market value. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe the Saints should trade Spencer Rattler to capitalize on his value, or is having a talented young backup too important to sacrifice? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for immediate updates as this trade talk evolves.